What's up, guys? I'm Chris. This is BSforBuild.com. I'm super stoked. We're here today doing an Evora breakdown episode. So the Evora has been sitting outside under a tarp, but it rains a lot in Oregon. We really need it. It already has mold problems, so we really needed to bring it inside. So today in this episode, we brought it inside. Actually, we had some fun tow truck stuff. I tried to push it again, trying different things. I tried to use a tree over there and a come along to slide the car, and that didn't work, and a bunch of other stuff. So I ended up getting a tow truck to push it into the shop. We're in the shop, and now we're on wheel dollies so we can move it around. We're going to be breaking down the car and trying to uncover some of the damage and just get some of the damaged body parts off so we can estimate how we want to attack working this, as well as get a little bit into the interior and start doing some anti-mold stuff. I got a viewer coming in named Chris who lives in Portland, and he works for a home restoration place, and he's hooking me up with some high quality grade mold killing product that is going to be good to work on the interior of this stuff with. It's like some professional quality stuff, so I'm really excited about that. One interesting thing about this build is that we have a couple other builds that need to come before it, but I know you guys really want to see it, so I'm going to be scattering episodes throughout, but I wanted to post in one local location so I could get you guys a lot more behind the scenes stuff like that. So I'm using this app called Garage Amino. It's a free app that you can grab on the App Store, and I went ahead and created an account on there. It's really fast, and so what I'm going to be doing is posting a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, and as I'm working and talking to people about the Evora, learning more about it, I'll be snapping pictures and putting this into my garage on Garage Amino. So you guys can grab that app. I'll throw a link in the description, and that's how you can follow me and follow this build process, when it's kind of behind the scenes, because I, to be honest, don't always have time to put out a whole episode on the Evora, and I do want to try and stay focused. Next is the plan B. So we'll scatter some episodes in and out, but if you guys really want to follow me closely, check that out on Garage Amino. You can find me on there. I'm B is for Build, and it's a really cool app, and as an app developer myself, I'll just tell you guys, as users, ratings on apps are really important, just like likes on videos are important on YouTube. So if you use their app and you like it, rate it nicely, because I'm an app developer and I hate when the only ratings I get are people that don't know how to use my app and they rate it negatively. It's a big pain in the ass. So if you like an app, this goes for all apps on the App Store, hit the like button or rate it 5 stars, and that helps the app developers get a little bit more ground. Anyways, this will be on Garage Amino, on my account on there. I'm excited about that, and then that will give you guys access to all the behind the scenes footage. Right now, I'm about to go outside and I'm going to meet up with Chris and get some cleaning stuff, and then we're going to start breaking this car down. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I just met with Chris. You can probably hear him taking off. He's got a sick ass street bike that I really like. He hooked me up with some cleaning stuff. Some hardcore cleaning solution that may be a little even too hardcore for the fabric, but I got a backup cleaning solution that I'll show you when we get to it. But for now, I think it's time to strap on some cameras in a couple of different little areas so we can see. And I want to start by trying to get all this plastic off the car so we can see what's underneath it. Alright guys, I'm really excited. I found this a new goal for this episode, or just first step. This whole rear clamshell can be removed. I found some little tutorials, kind of walkthroughs online, some people explaining how to do it. It requires getting inside the car, which is a little sketchy, but that's what I want to try and do. I want to try and pull as much of this body off of this car so I can inspect as much of the mechanical issues as I can. So I'm pretty excited, and that's what we're going to try and do. I'm going to follow the tutorial. It looks like I need to get inside there behind some speaker wall or something and remove some bolts in this area now that we've got this little trunk lid off. Trunk lid? It's an engine cover. Mid-engine supercar. Yo.
Well, I got the first seat out. Thanks to Adrian. It looks like Lindsay Lohan shat her pants in this Evora. We did a little discovery. Turns out the person loved bottled water. They left their trip permit in this car. And they shopped at a Burlington Coat Factory and Jack in the Box. So, yeah, real classy Evora driver. Alright, this seat's out. We're going to go to the other side and get another seat.
Took a break from wrenching for a little bit and decided to do a little interior cleanup. Here is the backrest of the seats, the headrest, and the seats. They got some perforations and stuff, or not perforations, sorry. They're just like, this is just like a dent that needs some time for the memory foam to find its way out. The leather is perfectly intact and it's fine. So those are done, and then we went over to the front seats and cleaned these up. Much better. They're still a little bit wet. You might see some streaks, but they no longer look like Lindsay Lohan had a party in the seat, and they're looking a lot better. And what we used, you can see down here, is this CLR mold and mildew, bleach-free stain remover. So that turned out great. I have used this product before and it worked all right. So we will get these in a nice dry space to sit for a long time while the project continues, and keep an eye on it for any mold that might grow back, and then they'll get another thorough spray down before they go back in the car.
Alright guys, so we're in the process of pulling out the back speaker covers, the back panels, and I thought this was pretty funny. This thing is your like floor kick panel as you jump out of the car, and it was so hard to get off. It's because Lotus knows of some like otherworldly Velcro. It's the most strong Velcro I've ever seen in my life. But I thought that was funny and pretty smart. So they actually, you know, I guess British, they just Velcro shit together. So you guys can hate on me for using 3M double-sided tape, but at least I wasn't Velcroing my spoiler off. Alright guys, so what we're doing is while we were removing this rear interior quarter panel, the speaker cover, I noticed that, okay, the seat belt goes through here. It goes from the spindle, which is locked because of the accident, out around this, around and back down to a mounting point in the chassis. So what I'm doing right now is just taking the two bolts out of this. Well, I had to pull some interior pieces off, and then I'm taking the two bolts out of this to pull this off. While I've been working down here, of course all this stuff has got too much water around it. So you got the carpet that's soaked, then you got the padding underneath it that's acting like a sponge, and then you got the ground down underneath it. And there's some wires and stuff around here that is just like a little sketchy. So I've removed well, there's been no power to this car the whole time we've been working on it. But, you know, double check that, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually, like, I'm going to take this out, we'll take this quarter panel out, we'll take that one out, and then we're going to pause on trying to remove the rear clamshell, and we're going to pull all of this interior carpeting and padding up so we can make sure that we remove all the water from the inside of this, you know, kind of cockpit area.
Alright guys, I'm really stoked to be showing you this interior now after we did a little bit of cleanup and demolding. So you can see we like cleaned the door panels with the anti-mold stuff. Still a little wet. Here's all the interior, well, the aluminum, now that it's been cleaned off and all the mats removed. The mud on my shoes kind of got the aluminum a little dirty, and that's kind of lame, but oh well, we can fix that later. So we've gotten most of the water out. There's a little bit of stuff kind of hanging out here, but it's nothing bad. Interior quarter panels out, pull them back on both sides, and then the dash is in good quality and all cleaned up now, and I'll show you more of that later. So let's talk about the roof now that the headliner's off. We can look at the damage now. So you can see over there we have, if it will focus, we have like a delamination of the, it's essentially like the support for the car. So it's a delam, and then over there it gets worse. Now that's the roll bar, and it's supposed to go to that corner over there, right up there, so it should go like that. It's bent and down, and then that part's broken in. So that's most of the damage. There's also a delam over here where this has delaminated from this, but it's much less of a bad situation. So the roof is actually a very thin piece of fiberglass. So when we look on the outside, when we look at the roof, these cracks and stuff that come off as like, you know, they're like, oh my god, how are you going to fix that? Your whole roof of your car's screwed up. Well, this is one piece that's laminated in around all the edges going around, but I assume that we'll find a way to pull that off and then just have it all repaired as one piece. It's got a lot of different breaks in it. So this is the big problem though, but the good part of this is this is the actual roll bar for the car, this piece right here, and that is all still structurally sound. So the an offshoot bar, so you can see it's supposed to look like that. It's supposed to go from there straight in the back over there, and that one's all broken and busted up, and we'll learn more about that as we go, but so far it looks like it's not the end of the world. It's definitely going to be one of the pain points of the build, but you know, it's not going to be the end of the world. All right, well, fun but kind of annoying stuff is happening. It's a lot of time has gone by. I'm working on removing this rear clamshell, so you can see when I lift on it, got a lot of freedom here to move, but there's this little sheet metal heat shield that's coming off of the engine that in one really weird point it bolts back down to the clamshell, and because of that I can't really get to it. So what I got to do is, it looks like I got to remove this, maybe this, whatever this is. It's probably like a radiator overfill or something like that, I don't know. Anyways, I probably got to remove this, and then maybe you got to remove this air intake from the throttle body. So it's kind of a pain, and I've spent a lot of time on this, but I think I'm really close. I had Adrian here to help me try and lift it off, but then now he's got to go off to a meeting, so maybe that's good timing. So I got a couple more hours that I can put in on this, and sticking with my goal today, which is to have this rear clamshell off of here. Alright, so we're ready to pull this off. What I would expect is that we are going to have a couple little things hang up. This is going to look a little ugly, but we'll learn now while it's all beat up, so when it's been repaired, we'll be a little bit more elegant in our replacement of this. I don't know how to go about grabbing this one.
Wow.
I like that.
Something snag. Oh, there's a hose. You got a hose there.
Alright,
So we're gonna
try number 2.
Hey.
Hang on.
Oh,
Okay, you're hung by a couple plugs. You got a couple plugs there.
let me see. So what are we putting it just down there?
Yeah, just straight back.
No, oh, there's a red cable right there. Yeah, this will work. Take 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
First, we get a hand on the far back. God damn it, you got one little wire there.
Okay, what do you want me to hold or some shit?
Make sure you hold the back, it's back heavy.
Back heavy. Holy fucking funny. Okay. Tough.
Yeah, yeah!
And there's...
Now I can play with my motor. Since I'm on camera,
Try it.
I'm gonna go for it! I literally lost so many tools in this car that I had to start zip tying the socket wrenches to my hand so I wouldn't drop them anymore. I'm gonna try and drop it through. Oh, no, you know, I'm glad I didn't do that because I forgot about the tray. There's a tray underneath this car.
Yes.
Ta-da! Socket wrench. The old 13 mil. Alright, let me show you guys around the car. So here's the clamshell that we removed. And here is the rest of the car. Some things that I've learned just by working on this the last few days is down here, some of the things that are broken, that are made this back wheel get all jacked, is the lower sway bar is bent. And then you have your, I think it's a rod that adjusts the toe. Toe rod, is that a thing? Or a camber? I don't know. What it does is it adjusts the camber, but anyways, it's that little guy right there. It's snapped right in the threaded part, so that'll be cheap to fix. But the actual suspension points and where they meet up with the frame and everything look to be good. So that is really good news. Frame from back here, from both sides, looks straight. Looks like we have a little bit of a bend in our roll bar over here, but our roll bar right here is all straight. So the car did roll over. We've learned that for sure because I found rocks stuck in some of the clamshell over there on the roof part. So it landed on that part of the car and stayed there. But the roll bar inside that goes across through here is all straight. So that's our breakdown so far. So we got this epic motor right here. And yeah, once I get a key that actually has the immobilizer stuff in it, should be able to actually turn this thing over. Once I finish the suspension parts, we could actually take it for a spin. Anyways, we got our interior. And then I'm gonna throw a battery back in this thing so I can turn the car on and show you guys that. And I got my These for Build key tag conveniently rubber banded onto my key. And let's jump in the car. And I just want to show you guys some of the electrics. It's cool that I can be in here and not need a hazmat suit anymore. So yeah, we'll put this in here. And it all turns on, and I guess I put my blinker on accident. Wait, how do you, unblinker. All right, And yeah, you can see right here that we have a fully functioning computer. It says that we're in neutral, which is right. You know, some of the sensors are off. The stereo still works, which is really nice. And these buttons work, and the transmission goes through the different gears and other cool stuff. I guess the heater's working right now. It's doing its heater thing. So this is all really good stuff. Alright guys, that's a wrap for this episode of the Evora breakdown, disassembly. When you do a breakdown of a car, it's the first time you get it and you're really digging into it, you know, you can kind of end in two different ways. One way, it's pretty common, you're like, I have no idea how I'm going to fix that. And the other way is you're really excited, and I am really excited. I have an idea of how I'm going to fix pretty much everything, or I'm going to pay other people to fix some things. And I mean, this is just like a really good, really hopeful result for the first like 2 days of breaking the car down. And I love the engineering of this car. I know I've said that before, but the way that they assembled everything to have it be able to be disassembled in such a way, really unique, really cool. It's been really fun working on this car. And I think modifying this car in the future, although I mean, it's a little tight in here, I think, I mean, it's just got a lot of potential for fun stuff. Sorry, I'm bleeding. To be doing on this car. So I'm very excited about that. You may have noticed the new shirt. It is time for Plan B. This car is now back on ice. I just wanted to do that. We really just needed to move it into the shop so it stopped getting rained on. So we did that. We did our due diligence. We killed the mold all in one episode. So we don't have to worry about any more mold, probably. And then it's time to work on the Plan B. So if you guys want to buy a shirt and support the channel, these shirts are out now, time this video comes out. They are limited run, just like the original B is for Build shirts with the Plan A on them were. The way this is going to work is every time we pick up a new car, the new car gets a new shirt, and it's a limited edition shirt, so they won't be on sale forever, but they will be on sale for a little bit. People that buy these shirts today, tomorrow, and the next day, between the time of this video coming out and our next Thursday video, I'm going to throw in a big 20-inch decal, the B is for Build 20-inch decal. I'll throw that in with the purchase of the shirt for free. So head over to our shop at bsforbuild.com to get the new shirts as soon as they drop. You can find us at facebook.com/bsforbuild and bsforbuild on Instagram. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are excited as I am about this car, but it's time for Plan B. Peace.